How to become eligible for Canadian citizenship by naturalization. To become eligible for Canadian citizenship, you must have been a permanent resident of Canada and have lived in Canada for 3 years out of the last 5 years. Moreover, you must have filed taxes, passed the citizenship test, required for between the ages of 18 and 54, and met the minimum language requirements. Let us look into each requirement one by one. Permanent residence in Canada. You should have a permanent residence status in Canada and have not lost it, or are under a removal order. Please note the difference between PR status and PR card. Your card does not necessarily need to be valid at the time of the application. Time in Canada. You must have physically spent 3 years in Canada, 1,095 days, during the last 5 years before the date of your application. Your time as a temporary resident can also be counted as half a time for a maximum of 1 year. For example, if you have been in Canada for 2 years as a student, and then you became a PR, and live in Canada for 2 years, you would still be eligible, because your 2 years as a TR will be counted at a 50% rate, which will be converted to 1 year of stay for citizenship. Income tax. You must have filed income taxes for the duration of your stay in Canada, especially the one you are counting towards citizenship. Language. If you are between the ages of 18 and 54 at the time of the citizenship application, you must pass the minimum language requirements, CLB4, for speaking and listening in either English or French. Most applicants will not need to take a new language test because IRCC accepts a large number of documents for language proof. For example, if you have a diploma/transcript/certificate of secondary or post-secondary education in English or French, that would be accepted as proof of language. Citizenship test. If you are between the ages of 18 and 54 at the time of the citizenship application, you need to pass the citizenship test. Once your application is accepted and processed, you will be asked to appear for a citizenship test in 30 days. Though the official reading book is small, it is advisable to start studying the book after your citizenship application is accepted. The book is called Discover Canada and is available in the download section. If you are 55 or over, you are not required to take the test, however. You must appear for an interview with the citizenship officer. Minors under the age of 18 who has a Canadian parent or who are applying together at the same time are not required to take a test to appear for the interview. Minors between 14 to 17 without Canadian parents or parents who are applying with the minor together are required to appear for an interview, however. Minors under 14 are exempt from both tests and interviews. The test is either in English or French, 30 minutes long, and has 20 multiple-choice true and false questions, where you must answer 15 questions correctly to pass. If you are not required to meet the language requirements because of your age, you can request an oral test where the officer will verbally ask you questions, so you do not need to read or write on the paper.